From Tampa Bay's streaming news source, brought to you by AlertTodayFlorida.com, this is ABC Action News.
A good chance of afternoon storms today. Greg D has your full weather forecast. That's coming up. So glad to have you with us this Monday. I'm Isabel Rosales, and here are your ABC Action News headlines. In Pasco County, detectives are investigating a murder-suicide that occurred around midnight in Land O'Lakes. It happened at a home on Terezzo Way. The sheriff's office tells us a Hillsborough County deputy, Kirk Keithley, killed his wife, Samantha, before turning the gun on himself. A 14-year-old told deputies the 4 kids in the house ran outside during an argument and then called 911 when they heard a gunshot. When deputies got there, they found Samantha dead on the couch and her husband, Kirk, dead of self-inflicted gunshot wounds.
Domestic violence is a horrendous act that goes on in every community. And the moment that any individual goes from protecting people to harming people, loses the right, no matter what agency they're with, to call themselves as a law enforcement officer.
The sheriff says they brought in a victim advocate team and a child protective investigation unit to talk with the kids and figure out who will be taking care of them. Also in Pasco County, detectives are trying to determine how a body ended up in the woods near a Wesley Chapel neighborhood. Someone walking along Beardsley Drive found it Saturday morning, and deputies say the body was already starting to decompose. They're now trying to figure out if there's any foul play involved. A new poll released this morning shows Florida's Senate race remains a complete toss-up. According to the University of North Florida, Governor Rick Scott is tied with incumbent Bill Nelson 45 to 45%. The poll finds Nelson is leading among independent voters. That same poll finds Democrat Andrew Gillum leading Republican Ron DeSantis 47 to 43% in the governor's race. That is just outside the margin of error. Most recent polls shows the Tallahassee mayor's lead ranging between 2 and 6 points. It's going to be a big night for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They take on the winless Pittsburgh Steelers tonight at Ray J. Now, this is the second straight year the Bucs are hosting a Monday Night Football game. Tampa Bay is off to their best start in 8 years, thanks in large part to their backup quarterback, Ryan Fitzpatrick. Fitzmagic there is just the 3rd QB in NFL history to throw for over 400 yards in the first 2 games of a season. Despite the Bucs' early success, the players are not taking anything for granted.
We've been practicing as if we 0-2, and that's what we're going to continue to do.
You got to keep putting 1 foot forward, man. We can't fall into whatever else is out there. You just got to understand that this is the most important game because it's the next game.
The Bucs hope Pittsburgh continues to hurt themselves because in the first 2 weeks of the season, Revs flagged the Steelers 24 times for an NFL high 206 yards and penalties. Tonight's game is also special because at halftime, former head coach Tony Dungy will become the 12th man inducted into the Bucs Ring of Honor. Dungy coached the Bucs for 6 seasons, making the playoffs 4 times. He ended with the highest winning percentage for a head coach in team history. Now, Greg, I just want to know, how many pumpkin spice lattes is it going to take until it feels like Florida fall out there?
Probably 100, and they better all be on ice because it does not feel like fall yet in Florida. Hello, everybody. Temperatures in the upper 80s to near 90 this afternoon. There will be some thunderstorms coming in between 5 and 8 o'clock this evening that could impact Monday Night Football in the Bay Area. Take a look at your game forecast. I do think there'll be some scattered thunderstorms between 6 and 8. So tailgating, make sure you've got some rain cover, and you want to get inside your car if there's lightning nearby. Same deal if you're hosting folks in your backyard for a family cookout later on this evening for the game. Temperatures in the 80s during the game itself with just a mix of clouds and clear skies. You can have your complete 7-day forecast. It's posted on the weather page at abcactionnews.com. Isabel.
Thanks, Greg. And you can now get news updates all day long on your favorite streaming device. And don't forget to download the free ABC Action News app. Have a great day.
This ABC Action News Brief was brought to you by AlertFloridaToday.com. Pedestrians always use the crosswalk and cross with the signal when crossing the street, because safety doesn't happen by accident.